Welcome to my live. If this is your first time watching me, welcome. My name's Crystal, aka Crystal Maximizer, and I'm a content coach. And I help business owners create consistent content that converts into consistent sales, particularly using YouTube. I have been creating content on Beyonce's internet since 2018. I started off teaching women how to coupon and how to budget and how to meal plan and how to strategically shop so that they can get the things that they want, like, and need without paying full price. I've couponed my whole adult life. I've couponed since 2008, and it's something that I will do for the rest of my life. As long as coupons, deals, and sales exist, I will be doing them. So in 2020, my couponing clients were like, hey, Crystal, can you teach us how to start YouTube channels? Can you teach us how to start businesses? Can you teach us how to start side hustles? Because we need a way to make more money. And I was like, okay. My business coach at the time was like, hey, Crystal, you're one of my star students. Will you come coach my people in my program? And I was like, okay. So in 2020, I accidentally became a business coach. It wasn't my goal. It wasn't my intention. It wasn't my focus to be a business coach, but I accidentally became a business coach. And I did it for 3 years. Behind the scenes, I was teaching women how to start businesses, how to take the idea from their brain and turn it into a profitable business that they love. And I was helping them with their content. And forward facing, I was your couponing girl. I was on the news. I was creating tons of content around helping women save money. I did both for 3 years. And then in 2023, I saw somebody say, don't call it a crisis, call it a renaissance. I was having a 33-year-old renaissance where I was going through it in all fronts of my life, and I felt torn. I felt like I did not have the capacity to do both really, really well, so I needed to pick. And I decided that I wanted to be a business coach because nothing bad happens when women make more money. Nothing bad happens when you create something for yourself and you add an extra $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 a month to your life, or even quit your job and take your business full time. So I said, I want to be a business coach. Then my life completely fell apart and I was depressed for a year. I broke off an engagement and I could not function besides bare minimum for about a year. And then at the end of 2024, I started to get my mojo back. And I realized that I was being an anything business coach. And in 2024, I had signed some clients, but nowhere near the amount of clients that I wanted to sign. I was throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing if it sticks, and it wasn't. It was sliding. Like I said, I signed some clients, but nowhere near the amount of clients that I needed to sign. So it was like a redevelopment. And then in 2025, this year, I decided to figure out what type of business coach am I going to be? I can't be an anything business coach for everybody. I needed to pick specifically the lane of business coaching that's my area of expertise. And my answer to that question was content. One thing about me is I was a content machine. The reason why I have a business is because I started a YouTube channel. And when I started that YouTube channel, I was posting a long form video every day for the first year and 4 months of my YouTube channel. I was posting almost every single day. I was posting long form 20 to 30 minute videos anywhere from 5 to 7 times per week. I was a content machine. And then once I started going live, oh my God, all bets were off. I would go live for 30, 60, 90 days at a time. I was a content machine. I created over 2,000 YouTube videos. I've gone live over 1,000 times in the past 6 years. And as a result of that, I've made over $400,000 on social media in the past 6 years, which is a massive amount of money for you to make as a small business owner on your own, derived from content. I would not make this money. I would not be Krista Maximizer had it not been for my content. Content fueled me. So when I was trying to figure out the type of business coach I needed to be, I also looked at what have I helped my clients with the most? Content. I taught my 60-year-old mother how to create, well, she's 63 now. When she was 60, I taught her how to create Instagram reels so that she could showcase her sewing because she's a seamstress. And she got about 5 clients in less than 6 months from her Instagram reels. So if I can teach her how to make reels and get clients from it, I can teach anyone how to create content and get clients. So I said, I'm a content coach. And then later this year, I said, I need to go back to what I love the most. I've never strayed away from my YouTube channel. I even started a second YouTube channel when I made my pivot to being a business coach. If you're not subscribed to that channel, make sure y'all go subscribe to Build a Business with Chris. It's Build a Business with KRYS. And I was like, I want to help business owners who want to use YouTube because YouTube is the best platform. Okay. YouTube is, in my opinion, the best platform if you are a business owner, specifically a service based business owner. I wouldn't say it's the best for products businesses, but if you sell a service of some sort and you're educating through that service, oh baby, you need a YouTube channel. If you are an educator, a teacher in any way, you need to have a YouTube channel for your business. So I said, you know what? I'm going to be a business coach for service-based business owners that want to use YouTube. And I'm still going to teach TikTok and I'm still going to teach Instagram, but those are a secondary platform. I'm not digging deep into Instagram and Facebook and TikTok as I'm digging deep into YouTube. So that brings me to today. I've decided moving forward in 2026, I'm starting a brand new membership. I had a money savings membership called the Money Saving Academy. I had it for 5 years when I was coupon coaching, and it was my bread and butter. It was my signature program. It made me over $100,000. I helped close to 1,000 women save tens of thousands of dollars in that program. And I was like, you know what? I need to figure out what program I'm going to create for this new version of me, because I really feel like I'm reinventing myself and the way that I create content and the way that I engage with my audience. So I'm creating a content cash out membership. And this membership is going to be very similar to the Money Saving Academy, except I am helping you make a minimum of $1,000 per month in your business from your content. And I'm going to help you with everything from idea creation all the way through post-production. So I'm going to be teaching live 3 times per month in this membership. You're going to have access to a Facebook group. You're going to have access to me. I'm the only coach in there as of right now. You're going to be able to ask me questions every single day inside the Facebook group. And I'm going to walk you through the process every single month of setting up your content. Well, not setting up, planning out your content for a month at a time. Because I've learned over the years, I plan for a day, I plan for a week, I plan for a month, I plan for multiple months. The best way to plan your content is a month at a time. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you my method to the madness and my process for planning my content for YouTube for a month. Okay. So in the Content Cash Out membership, we're going to sit down just like in the Money Saving Academy. We used to make our budgets together every month. We're going to make our content plan together every single month in the Content Cash Out membership. Now, the Content Cash Out membership launches in January. It's only $99 per month. It is a 6-month minimum commitment, meaning when you sign up, you have to stay for 6 months, and then you're more than welcome to cancel after those 6 months, or you can stay as long as you like for $99 a month. And you're going to get coaching from me on Zoom. It's not like this. You're going to be able to talk to me. I'm going to be able to talk to you. You're going to be able to get coaching from me to help you create your content. So the membership launches in January. In order to be notified about the membership and be the first to know any bonuses I offer, you need to get on the wait list. To get on the wait list, you can click the link in my bio if you're watching on TikTok or Instagram. If you're watching on YouTube, the link is in the description box. All you have to do is go to KristenMaximizer.com, click on membership. KristenMaximizer.com, click on membership, and join the wait list. You do not want to miss this membership, okay? Enrollment will be open for a little bit, and then enrollment will close later in 2026 so that I can cultivate the group that we have, and then it'll open at a later time. But it's only $99 a month, and I'm going to give you everything that I've learned. By next year, it'll be 8 years of creating content on social media and making over $400,000 in my business. So Gigi says, hello, how are you? I'm doing well. How are you? Shakira said, hey, Shakira, yes, it has been a while. How are you doing? Let me check my rest of my messages on TikTok. Hey, hi. Thank you, everybody, for joining. I was there. I remember. Yes, you were. So, yeah, if you want to join the waitlist for my brand new content membership, all you got to do is go to my website, KristenMaximizer.com, and click on membership. If you're watching on YouTube, it's in the description box. And if you're watching on TikTok or Instagram, it's linked in my bio. But right now, today, I want to share with you my process for planning my content for the month. Now, my lives are interactive, so I'd love to know who's here. So I'd love to know where you're watching from, what city, what state, what country are you watching from? And let me know in the comments, do you have a YouTube channel, yes or no? So where are you watching from? And yes, you have a YouTube channel. No, you don't have a YouTube channel, or you want a YouTube channel. Let me know in the comments, okay? I answer all questions. So should you have any questions about my content creation process, please go ahead and drop your questions down in the comments. Okay. I'd love to answer them. Again, I have been creating content since 2018. I've created content on every platform. I have 2 YouTube channels, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Did I miss any? No. The big 4: YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. I've also been paid directly from every single platform. I've gotten paid from YouTube, from TikTok, from Instagram, and Facebook. So I've been monetized on all of these platforms. I've made money from all of these platforms. I've gotten clients from all of these platforms. So I like to share my story because I don't want you to think that I'm just somebody yapping on the internet or one viral video sent me into. I've built Krista Maximizer week by week, day by day, video by video. Okay. I am not new to this. I am true to this. So I'm going to share with you my process for planning my content for the month. So don't be shy. Let me know in the comments where you're watching from, what city, what state, what country are you watching from, and do you have a YouTube channel? So yes, you have a YouTube channel. No, you don't have a YouTube channel, or you want a YouTube channel. Let me know in the comments. So let's dig into how I plan my content for YouTube. Now, first things first, if you've been watching me for any length of time, this is my number one tip and suggestion for anyone, especially going into 2026. Okay. Focus on one platform. I have 5 platforms. I have 2 YouTube channels, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. When I sit down to plan my content, I only plan content for my business YouTube channel. Now, this is the first time I'm saying this publicly. I am going to be making some refresher couponing content because my couponing channel is still there. And I do desire to hit my 100,000 subscribers and get a plaque that says Krista Maximizer because, like, that's just how I started. So I said, you know what? Every year I'm going to refresh and I'm going to make some refresher couponing content. So I have a bunch of couponing videos that are going to be coming out, and my stockpile is abysmal. So I am going to be sharing more of my hauls because I still coupon. I just don't record it. So I am going to share a little bit more of my hauls over on my couponing channel just to show y'all as I rebuild my stockpile, because I'm in this era of creating day in the life content, and this will come into what I'm going to share in a little bit. I'm in this era of creating day in the life content because at the beginning of 2025, I said, YouTube is my main platform. Let me bring it back to bring it forward. My first tip for you is focus on one platform. If you have a desire in your heart to do YouTube and you want to use it to market your business, focus on one platform. When I'm planning my content, I only sit down and I plan content for my business YouTube channel. So going into 2026, I'm only going to be planning content for my business YouTube channel. I'm not planning content for my couponing channel. Besides, right now, I'm going to record 8 to 10 videos, and that's going to be the extent of like my educational videos that I make for couponing, unless something major comes up. Otherwise, it's going to just be vlogs, and I don't plan those. It's just whatever's on sale at Walgreens. I'm going to be doing mostly Walgreens, Publix, Dollar General, because those are the stores near me. I love CVS, but it's so far from me. Those I don't have to plan. It's just going to be, do a breakdown, which takes me 15 minutes, and then go record it. I'm saying all of this to say, focusing on one platform and doing less is going to give you more. If you are trying to plan content for 5 different platforms, you are going to burn yourself out. Now, in my mind, my goal, my ideal audience is a business owner who wants to use YouTube to market their business. So when you are a business owner first, your goal is to make sales. I'm a business owner first. I'm a content creator second. My goal is to sell you to join my content membership. For 2026, the only thing I'm selling is my content membership. If you want one-on-one coaching, you got to email me on the side or go to my website and book it, because I'm only forward-facing selling my membership all year long. Focusing on one platform is going to help you more than trying to post everywhere. Now, I'm not saying like right now I'm live on all of my platforms, but it doesn't cost me anything extra. I'm not doing a specific live for Instagram and a specific live for Facebook and a specific live for TikTok. The same live that my YouTube audience is getting, my TikTok audience is getting, and my Instagram audience is getting, and my Facebook audience is getting all at once. When I create shorts for my YouTube channel, because I'm in love with day in the lives. Oh my gosh, I'm in love with day in the life content. I am going to repost them on TikTok and on Instagram. It doesn't cost me anything extra to put the short that I already created for YouTube onto TikTok and Instagram. But unless I'm ranting and I have a random thought and I throw it up on TikTok or I throw it up on Instagram stories, that does not require me to sit down and plan. Let me know in the comments if this makes sense. Yes, if that makes sense. Tap the screen on TikTok and Instagram if this makes sense. When I plan my content for the month, I only plan for my business YouTube channel. I'm not deciding what I'm going to put on Instagram this month or what I'm going to put on TikTok. Now, if TikTok is your main platform, only plan for TikTok. If Instagram is your main platform, only plan for Instagram. If you can repurpose and reuse that content on other platforms, do it. But do not rack your brain trying to be everywhere doing all the things. It's going to burn you out. So let me know if that makes sense, yes or no. Shanika says, yes, YouTube, but it's my kids' channel. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Let me know if y'all have any other questions about that. Let me see. Thank y'all so much for joining. There's so many people popping in on TikTok. Hey. Okay, let me know if that makes sense. Tap the screen. Okay, I see some likes. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, cool. So I'm focusing on one platform. That already takes a lot of stress off of me, okay? So my YouTube content plan is threefold. So when I sit down to plan for the month, and that's what I'm doing right now. So in the month of December, I'm actually planning for January and February. I'm planning on my content for January and February because I have a lot of travel for my second side hustle. That's going to be like February, March, April. So I'm going to be planning 2 months at a time. But for the purposes of this video, we're planning for 1 month. So when I plan my content, I plan for 3 things on YouTube. There's 3 ways that I show up on YouTube. I show up in long form pre-recorded videos, which are a minimum of 8 minutes, but my videos range between 8 and 12 minutes. I plan for 2026. I'm going to do 2 long form videos a week. Okay. 2 long form videos a week. That's 8 for the month. So when I'm sitting down to plan, are you with me? I need 8 videos for the month. Let me get my dry erase board because I think this is going to be a good lesson. So when I'm planning my content, hopefully it's going to be backwards. I'm probably have to invert it. So I plan, this is my little dry erase board. So we need 2 per week long, which equals 8 for the month. Long form videos. Next, I plan for my lives. Okay. So I want to do 10 lives per month. So I'm going to put 2 to 3 per week. But my goal is to make sure I get 10 in the month live streams, which is basically what I'm doing right now. Lives. Okay. Let me see if I can flip y'all around on TikTok. Oh, it's backwards on YouTube too. I'm sorry, guys. I wish I could make it not backwards. And then, so 2 per week for my long form videos, 2 per week. Sorry, I forgot to put live. And then I made this decision for myself personally because I'm doing Vlogmas right now. It's day 12. I've been posting 2 videos every single day until Christmas. And I've done all 12 days so far, and I'm so proud of myself. But I've decided, because I love my analytics and I love my channel growth, like my channel is growing like crazy from the shorts, I'm going to post a short every single day in 2026. If you are new to posting content, I don't suggest you do that. It's not backwards. It's on my screen. Okay, cool. I don't suggest you try to post every single day if you're new to posting content. If you're new to posting content, I suggest you do 3 to 5 times per week. So if you are a new person doing YouTube, I would say 1 long form per week and 3 shorts per week. That's 4 pieces of content a week and then 1 live. That's 5 pieces of content. But as far as pre-recorded content, I would say 1 live, 3 shorts if you're new. I'm doing 1 short a day, which is going to equal 30 to 31 per month. Okay. So total pieces of content, I need 30, 40, 48 pieces of content for the month. Okay. Sounds like a lot, but it's really not. When I break down this method for you, it's going to blow your mind. I think this is super easy. I think this is the best way to plan content, but I'm sharing with y'all my process. So if you have questions about it, please let me know. So this is the amount of content that I need to plan for the month. Now, I do my content, I batch it. This method is called plan, batch, and schedule. This is the planning stage. I do all of this in like 1 to 2 hours. I know every month I need 8 long form videos. I'm going to need 10 live topics, and I'm going to need 30 shorts. Okay. I know that's what I need. And I'm going to break down how I come up with that. But I do this part first because knowing what I'm going to post, knowing how much I need is so important. Okay. Does this make sense? Yes or no? Type yes in the comments if this makes sense. Tap the screen on TikTok and Instagram if this makes sense. Okay. This is how much content we need. I always start with my long form videos first. Okay. So we're going to go to long form. And for long form, we need 8. So we're going to come up with 8 video topics. Okay. 8 long form video topics. Now, I have tons of videos on my YouTube channel of how I come up with video topics, but I'm going to tell you very easily how I come up with them. Number 1, I pull from my content pillars. My content pillars are, I almost said my couponing content pillars. They're like so ingrained in me that I'm like, oh my goodness. My content pillars are the platform YouTube, sales, sales, YouTube, consistency, and like generally making money. Okay, those are where my content pillars lie at this current moment. Mostly focusing on YouTube and consistency and content. That's where my range is right now because I'm selling my content cash out membership. So those are the 3 core things I want to talk about the most: YouTube, content, and consistency. Okay, so I pull topics from those 3 areas. I also pull topics based on questions from my audience. So I go through my TikTok questions, I go through my Instagram questions, I go through my DMs, I go through my YouTube questions, and I save them for future content ideas. And then I also go through my trends on YouTube, and YouTube will tell me what my audience wants, what pieces of content are lacking, and I can pull content ideas from there. Does not take me long to come up with 8 content ideas. Okay. So, for example, I'm going to give you one example. One content topic is how to start a YouTube channel. Now, this is important. And this is how I'm going to be teaching my clients in the Content Cash Out membership. Okay. This is exactly how I'm going to be teaching my clients. So, when it comes to long form, I'm going to come up with my 8 video topics. This is just one example. Okay. How to start a YouTube channel. Oh, this is my favorite one. Plan your content for the month. Okay. I'm going to come up with 8 topics. Once I come up with all 8 of my topics, okay, these 8 topics are going to help me create the rest of my content for the month. So when I come up with my 8 topics. The next thing I do is I outline each one of my topics with 5 talking points. Much like I'm doing in this live right now, you see me looking over here, I have notes. I have 6 talking points for this live. For each one of my videos, we're going to have 5 talking points. Okay. So plan content for the month, we're going to choose one platform. One platform. Your level of consistency. If we're doing YouTube, we're doing 1, 3, 1. If we're doing everywhere else, we're doing 3 to 5. Okay. You're going to outline your topics. You're going to choose your recording day. And you're going to edit and schedule. Okay. You see how I came up with my 5 talking points for each video? So for every single video topic for my long form, I'm going to come up with 5 talking points. Okay. Then I'm done with my long form content because I've chosen 8 topics and they each have 5 talking points. Okay. Next thing we're going to talk about is my lives. Okay. How do I plan my lives? Okay. Very simply. When it comes to my lives, I need 10 for the month. First things first, I will literally take the same topic, how to plan content for the month, with the same talking points and do a live in the month. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Because your audience needs to hear things 10, 15, 20 times before it sticks. So if I do a video on how to plan your content for the month and you watch it, maybe you have questions, maybe there's a piece you miss. So then you come back to my live 2 weeks later, and what am I talking about in my live? How to plan content for the month. It's okay to repeat yourself. You should never feel like, oh, I need to pick a brand new topic or something I never talked about. No. You talk about the same shit over and over again until you're blue in the face. Does this make sense? Yes or no? Tap the screen on TikTok and Instagram if this makes sense. Yes in the comments on YouTube and Facebook if this makes sense. You need to talk about the same stuff until you're blue in the face. Talk about the same stuff until your audience is like, oh, I get that. Oh, I understand that. I'm preaching one platform, focus on one platform. I'm preaching plan your content for the month. I want all of my audience to be like, when I see Crystal, she's going to say, pick one platform and plan your content for the month. Okay? So for my lives, I'm going to do that. But this is the other thing that I can do for my lives and for my shorts. Okay, my financial equity. I'm going to come to your question in a second. The next tip is going to blow your mind. And I do this for my lives and for some of my shorts. Take one talking point and make it alive. So how to outline my topics. I actually was driving today and I was like, I need to do a video on how to outline your talking points. Like, how do you create an outline for your video? Because I've said that to some of my clients and they're like, well, I don't know how to outline a video. They want to make a word for word script. So I'm going to do a video on like how to create an outline and how to record your videos from just an outline, right? So you can take one of these topics and how to choose your level of consistency to post. That could be a live. It could also be a short, right? So you can take your full-on video topics and make them lives, or I pull a talking point. Now, when you pull a talking point, you then have to outline that. So if I pull how to choose your level of consistency as a video, then I need to go over here for my live and I need 3 to 5 talking points on how do you decide how consistent to be on social media? How do you decide the level that's going to work best for you? Then I'm going to outline 3 to 5 talking points for that so that I know what to talk about on my live. Then I have all 10 of my lives done. Sometimes I'll go back 6 months and I'll say, okay, what lives did really, really well 6 months ago? And if one got like 500 replay views, I'll pull that same topic. I'll pull that same talking points and do that live again. I outline all of this content in a platform called Airtable. And I can go back last week, last month, last year to see what I did and just pull the topic and the talking points, update it a little bit, and do the same video. So, is there time to wait in between the same topic? Honestly, no. I usually probably try to wait personally 2 to 3 weeks. But if it's a hot topic, I'll milk it a little bit. Like, you're going to see me talk about planning my content for the month a lot. You're going to see me talk about planning your content for the month in a lot of different ways. The strategy is going to be the same. The topic of the video may be a little bit different. But this core strategy that I'm teaching of choosing your topics, and then from your topics, you outline them. And then from the outline, you can pull those outline points and make that a video. That's the whole strategy. I'm giving you the secret, right? So you don't necessarily have to wait a long amount of time. The other thing when it comes to lives, which is really good, is questions from your audience. So anytime your audience asks you a question, you should have a Google Doc of questions, a running list of questions. Anytime you get a question, if more than 2 people ask it, it could be a piece of content. Any question that someone asks you could be a piece of content. I've gone through all of my platforms and I've screenshotted questions that I'm going to turn into shorts. Now, these questions came from Instagram, some came from Facebook, some came from TikTok. So I'm going to screenshot the question and I'm going to do just like a TikTok reply, but for my shorts, because why? I'm focusing on creating content for YouTube. So shorts. So I've screenshot. I think I have 4 so far. I screenshotted it and I'm going to sit down one day and I'm going to record some shorts and I'm going to have those questions and I'm going to answer them. So you can get a verbal answer and not just a written out answer. So questions from your audience work great for long form videos. They work great for lives. They work great for shorts. So when it comes to shorts, I need 30 shorts, which sounds like a lot of shorts, right? So because I decided that I'm going to post a short every single day, I know that I've got to plan it out. If I don't plan it out, I'll lose this challenge real soon. So to post a short every single day, the first thing I'm going to do is I know that I'm going to do about 4 day in the lives per week. That gives me 16 out of 31 pieces of content already of my shorts. 16 are going to be day in the lives. I can't plan those because I'm going to record 4 times a week. Covering up my ripped up chair. I'm going to record myself 4 times a week every single week. So I'm going to start in the last week of December, and that'll be the content that gets posted the first week of January. Makes sense? So I'll be about a week behind in my day in the life content. But for the rest of my shorts, twofold. So if I do 16, what I need, 16 and 16 would be 32. So I need 15 more. So same thing. You can take those 8 core topics. I need 15, right? So I'm going to do my 8 core topics. I'm going to just make a 2-minute version. Shorts can only go up to 3 minutes. So instead of me talking for 10 minutes, I'm going to talk for 3 minutes. Same topic. How to plan my content for the month. And in my short, I'll say if you want to see a longer in-depth version of this, the link's in the description box for you to go watch my long form video. Done. Okay. Over on my YouTube channel, I have a longer version of this. Then I just need 7 more, right? And what am I going to do for those 7? I'm going to pull these talking points. Now, one thing that I will tell you, for shorts, okay, for shorts specifically, from my 8 long form videos, I can make anywhere from 16 to 24 shorts. How can you do that, Crystal? Okay, so go with me. If I have 8 long form videos, the first way to make shorts is I'm just going to make a short of each one of them. That's the first 8. Then I'm going to go through and I'm going to grab 2 talking points from every single long form video and make those a video. That's the other 16, 8 to 16. So if for every 1 long form video, you can make 3 shorts. You take plan content for the month, then I'll make one on how to outline your topics and how to choose your recording time. How much time do you need to record? How do you prepare to record? How do you set up to record? Does this make sense? Yes or no? Tap the screen if this makes sense. Yes in the comments on YouTube and Facebook if this makes sense. Okay? So from 1 long form video, I can create anywhere from 8 to 24 shorts. You don't need a shit ton of topics to plan your content. I posted a YouTube video this week for Vlogmas, so go watch it if you haven't watched it. You can plan a month's worth of content with 4 video topics. 1 topic for each week. Outline that core topic, and then make the rest of your shorts, make the rest of your videos from the outline of those core topics. It doesn't have to be hard. Sometimes we think like the content has to be a lot, and it doesn't. Okay, there's some TikTok questions, so let me go and see those. It does not have to be a lot. It doesn't have to be a lot. Like I'm a notary. I just do videos on that mostly, but I want to do other things. So what I would say, Kimba, if you're still here, are you a business owner that's creating content? Or are you a content creator that just started a business? Because if you're a notary, create content around being a notary. Like you can show a day in the life of being a notary. Like if you go and watch some of my day in the life content, shit, I'm jumping and this is a thing falling. If you watch some of my day in the life content, most of them, I don't be doing no work. I be doing everything but work. So in that instance, that is my favorite type of content to create right now. Like I am eating the day in the life content up because I really get to show you who I am outside of work. But then I realized, okay, I need to hone it in because I'm trying to grow this new membership. And my goal is to get 100 people on the wait list. And I literally have like 7 and it's launching in January. So I'm like, I need to talk about business a little bit more. But at least you get to see that I'm like living my life. So I would say create your content around notary, but how can you intertwine your notary into your life and show the world like I'm a notary, but this is how I prepare to go out and notarize. What's in your notary bag? How do you dress? Like all the things that don't necessarily have to do with you stamping the paper, but the life around it. Does that make sense? But I wouldn't in your notary platform go way too much off the deep end away from notary if your goal is to use your platform to get more clients. Now, if you're not using your platform to get clients, the world is your oyster, baby. But if you are using your platform to try to get clients in some form of fashion, keep it around notary in your life, if that makes sense. What other questions do we have? She said business. Okay, cool. I've been doing content on notary, but it doesn't seem as fun to me anymore. So I want to do more. I understand what you're saying. Yes. Yeah, so how can you make it fun? What about I haven't watched your content before, so I'm not sure how your content is, but tell us all the things about notary. What is it like? How do you become a notary? What types of notary signings do you do? Can you bring your audience along? Like today, I saw in your profile just by clicking your name that you do weddings. Today, I'm going to do 2 weddings. Let me bring you along. And you don't have to show the couple or show the wedding, but like show yourself doing those things. That's a way to make it fun. I'm really advocating for day in the life content because I feel like that is the most authentic type of content a business owner can show, showing your audience what you do and how you embody as a person, because we're all human beings running businesses and people are nosy and they want to see what does that look like, right? So show yourself going to do the signing. Have you ever messed up? Have you missed a signature? Have you had to go back? Have you had to reprint out papers? People love to see the messiness. That will make it fun. Does that make sense? No, it's not to get clients. Oh, if it's not to get clients, system, talk about something else. Yes, I've done all those videos. Okay. So then maybe you need to pivot away from talking about notary stuff. If you're not getting clients from your social media, then girl, go talk about whatever you want. Go talk about whatever you want, whatever makes you happy. See, like for me, I'm doing all of this to get clients, right? So for my business owners that are watching this, that want to create different types of content, who want to be more consistent with their content, who want to actually make sales from their content, you need to come be in my content cash out membership. So you need to go get on the wait list at KristenMaximizer.com, click on membership so that we can work together to help you plan your content for the month, to create content that's actually going to bring you in sales, to help you build an audience of ideal clients who want to buy what you're selling. So for me, my goal is to get clients from my content. Okay. That's the stage that I'm in, but I completely understand. If you are ready to break out the shell, then don't talk about notary anymore. Talk about something else. So I like to sit down and I plan and batch and schedule my content in chunks. So the first chunk is figuring out how many videos I need and what the topics are. Once I know all my topics, then I spend like another 2 to 3 hours outlining my topics. Outlining takes me the longest. Once all of my topics are outlined, I schedule a recording day. So my next recording day is actually December 30th. On December 30th, I'm going to record about 8 to 10 couponing videos. And then my plan is going to be to record my 8 videos for January. I probably will wait until January to record my February ones. But if I have enough steam, then I'll record my February ones too. But I know for sure in January, I need to record February, and I'm probably going to record March towards the end of January. And then I need to record April in February because I'm going to be blacked out for all of April through the first week of May. So I know for sure when I'm home in March, I need to make sure April and May is like locked down. Okay. So that's like my planning process. And I don't do this all on one day. It's like 1 week I'm choosing my topics, 1 week I'm outlining, 1 week I'm recording, and then I'm editing. But while I'm doing that, I'm also simultaneously editing videos every week for the current month, if that makes sense. Okay. So that is how I plan my content for the month for YouTube. What questions do we have? If you don't have any questions, can you let me know in the comments? Was this helpful? Yes or no? Was this helpful? Yes or no? Okay. Here's my contact form too. If you want to get on my email list, you can fill out this form on TikTok and I can put you on my email list. Everywhere else, you can just go to KristenMaximizer.com and click on membership to join the waitlist for the membership if you're interested in being a client of mine in the Content Cash Out membership. Or if you just want to get on my email list, you can click join the email list. Yes, it was helpful. I have YouTube as well. That's awesome. Like, if your business is a notary and you don't need social media for clients, do the type of content that you want. Don't talk about it if it's not something that you want to get clients from. Like, you can share about it a little bit, but like, don't make it your everything if you're not getting clients. Like, be free. Be free. I kind of answered all the questions that people ask me when it comes to creating content. One question that I got that I'm going to make a full video on is that I create all of my content on an iPhone. So I record all of my YouTube videos on this phone right now. I'm actually talking to Instagram on here, but I record all of my content. It's the iPhone 13 Pro Max. I will use it until it breaks, until it stops working. I pray it keeps on working for a little while longer. But I create all of my content on the iPhone 13 Pro Max. I do not use a camera at all. I record on my iPhone, I edit on my iPhone, then I airdrop the video to my MacBook and I upload it to YouTube there. I don't edit in iMovie on my MacBook. I hate editing on my MacBook. Editing on my phone, I've literally been editing on my phone the whole entire time that I've had my YouTube channel. So for all 7 years, I've never had a video editor. I've edited every single one of my own videos. And then when I do my shorts, I just record my shorts in my camera and I actually edit those in InShot. So YouTube, I edit in iMovie. Shorts, I edit in InShot. And then once the video is pulled from InShot, I put it on my shorts first, and then I trickle it to Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Okay. And then I schedule. So because I decided that I'm going to start posting every single day in 2026, I've already recorded like 3 shorts already that I'm like, okay, these are just going to be, I'm scheduling them to be posted in January. So that way I know that I have a video every single day. And then I'm going to start doing my day in the lives at the end of December to make sure that every single week I record at least 4. And then the other thing is that me and my sister talk about this all the time. When it comes to my day in the lives, I always show like a full day, but I don't necessarily have to. Like, I could show the morning, I could show the afternoon, I could show one activity, and I could take one day. I could take one day and make 3 to 4 day in the lives out of it. So I'm going to toy with that as well, where it's like, okay, this is a morning, and this is what I did in the morning, and this is what I did in the evening, and this is what I did with Kinsley, and that'll be 3 freaking videos. Man, I wish it felt as easy as it sounds. You get to make it easy. I'd love to work with you in the Content Cash Out membership. I've seen some of your content and I'd love to work with you. It gets to be easy. Like, you have to make it easy. For me, breaking it up makes it easy. I have a client who she prefers to go start to finish with one video. That makes it easy for her. But for me, it's easier to decide all my topics, to outline all my videos, spend 1 to 2 days recording all of my content, and then editing the videos each week and scheduling them. That feels the easiest for me. So you have to find your method to the madness that makes it easy for you. I'd love to help you with that. Make your content engaging, make your content exciting, make your content feel easy, because it does get to be easy. Not saying it's not stressful, but it definitely gets to be easy when you come up with a process that works for you. I've been doing this for a long time, and it took me a while to figure out it. Does picking topics bring anxiety at all? No, not at all, because for lack of better terms, I know my shit. So I'm confident about everything that I'm talking about. The topics don't usually bring me any anxiety because I have 5 different ways that I come up with topics. Okay. So the first way is always questions. Then, what do people need to know right now? Right? What questions do I see people asking on social media? Going to competitors. I don't do this anymore, but you can go to competitors, people who have similar content to you. Go to someone who has like 100, 200, a million followers on YouTube. Look at their comments. What questions are people asking? Right? Then go to YouTube if you have a YouTube channel. Go to the trends, type in a topic. It'll tell you topics right there. I was literally driving today. No lie. I was driving today and I was listening to a podcast, and the podcast like literally made me think. When I stopped at the next red light, let me see. Um when I stopped at the next red light, where did I put it at? Because I don't want to lie to you. I stopped at the next red light and where's the thing for January and February content? Oh, it's in my monthly to do. I was like, where is it? I stopped at the next red light and I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 video topics that came to my mind. All from listening to that podcast. It made me think like, oh, I need to talk to my audience about this, about this, about this, about that. Right? And I was like, these are things that I need to be talking about because it's in relation to what I teach. So based on what you teach, how you help, all of those can be topics. If I ever feel like, oh, I don't know what to talk about, which is very rare, I just go back and I look at my videos that were the most popular 6 months ago. What videos got a lot of views? What videos got a lot of comments? What videos got a lot of likes? Okay, how can I update, revamp, refresh that same topic? And a lot of times I'll do the same topics over and over again with a little bit of a different title, right? How I plan my content for the month, how I plan content for business, how to plan content for your 30 days. Like it's a very, very similar video. Some of the talking points are a little bit different, but it's the similar things because it's like my core framework now. Planning your content for the month and being consistent and choosing one platform. Those are like my core concepts. I'm going to talk about that until I'm blue in the face. Right? And then also start telling more stories, okay? So, let's just say one of your content pillars is budgeting, right? How do you budget? What does budgeting look like for you? I'm thinking my problem is that I've been trying to learn marketing and content making for so long. What exactly are you trying to learn? Haven't talked to enough actual people about finance. Ah, okay. Yeah, like, so you need to focus on actually doing the work. How to make my content appealing. Ah, so that's the thing. I don't care about any of that. How to make sales, yes. I'm definitely teaching that in the Content Cash Out membership. But how to make my content appealing, I'm the secret sauce in that, right? My experience and expertise is what makes my content appealing. My specific framework is what makes my content appealing. So, what is your secret sauce and what makes you different from every other financial advisor or people who are giving money advice, right? So, we need to focus more now on like actually doing the work and focusing on one product that you're selling and why your audience needs that product. That's what makes your content appealing. The content guru is going to eat me up for this, but I'm sick of the whole come up with a hook and all that BS. No. If you are a business owner and you have a product or service that you are selling, your hook is the why. Why do people need your product? Why is it going to give them more of what they want? Why is it going to solve their problems? Why is it the best solution to their problems? Why did you decide to solve this problem? How is my life going to look once this problem is solved? You should be focusing on the why. Why until you're blue in the face. Asking yourself every reason why. Does that make sense? So I'd love to help you in the Content Cash Out membership. If it's something that mildly interests you, please make sure you go get on my waitlist for it. If you want to do a sales call with me, I am actually planning to talk to everyone on my email list, hopefully before December 31st. So if you want to book a sales call with me, if you want to chat with me to see like how we could work together to help you get more of what you want, just get on my email list, reply to the email and say, hey, Crystal, I want to talk to you. And we can set up a time. We can hop on the phone, 15, 20 minutes, chat about where you are, where you want to go, and what that looks like inside the Content Cash Out membership. Okay? Because your consistency of your content is going to make your sales, but the reasoning, the why makes people buy. So you don't have to study how to make sales. When you offer your ideal clients a solution to their problem, they're going to want to buy what you're selling. The why makes people buy. The best businesses solve a problem and or offer convenience. So how are you solving their problem, offering them convenience, saving their life, giving them more of what they want? When you share that, people will buy. So me just talking about how I plan my YouTube content, answering your questions about content for anyone who wants help with content, is going to make them interested in working with me. They're going to get on my email list, they're going to get on the wait list, and eventually they're going to become a client of mine in the Content Cash Out membership. That is how my workflow has flown. How my workflow has gone for my entire business. I want to teach you about couponing. So what do? I show you how I coupon. I teach you my concepts. I help you save your money. And then when you want more specific help, when you want my eyes on your budget and my eyes on your breakdown, you join my membership. Make sense? So I was never like learning how to make sales. I was more so learning, how do I help my ideal clients solve their problem? How do I give them more of what they want? None of this trendy, crappy, trendy content stuff. I'm not using trending sounds. I'm not using trending topics. I don't do any of that. I actually don't like any of that. And I'm probably one of the only millennials who does not use ChatGPT. I don't ask ChatGPT to help me come up with my content topics or anything. I want to be able to sit down in front of you and share all the knowledge from my brain, not the knowledge from my brain that I put into an AI and it spit back out to me. One day I'll eventually use it, but today, right now, I am not. All of my content topics come from me. I've never used ChatGPT. I don't even have the app on my phone. Okay. The extent of me using AI is going into Google and asking Google a question. Okay. So it just comes effortless because it's like, I know the problem I'm helping my ideal client solve. I know my experience in solving that problem for myself and for other clients. So I just yap it out. So I hope that helps. Any other questions? Well, I do want to thank y'all so much for joining. I do need you to do two things for me. Number one, go subscribe to Build a Business with Chris. It is Build a Business with KRYS over on YouTube. I am growing my business YouTube channel, which I'm so excited for. I love it. It's been going well. I'm doing Vlogmas right now. So I've posted a content video, a log form video every single day so far. And I've also posted a short every single day for the past 12 days. So shout out to me. So please make sure you go to my YouTube channel, binge watch those videos. I'm going to get this channel is going to be monetized in 2026. So anytime that you watch it, it definitely does help me. And then for the second thing, if you are a business owner and you want to be consistent with your content in 2026 and you actually want to make $1,000 plus per month from your content, definitely go ahead and get on the wait list for my Content Cash Out membership. We launch in January. To get on the wait list, all you got to do is go to my website, KristenMaximizer.com, KristenMaximizer.com, and click on membership and put in your name and your email and your phone number, and you'll be on the wait list. So I'll be live again sometime. My goal is to do 10 lives this month. I'm 2 down. I got 8 more to go because I think I did one on December 1st, if I'm not mistaken. Did I do one on December 1st? I did. So I have 8 more to go. So we have 8 more to do this month. So I want to thank y'all so much for joining. For those of you who subscribed tonight, thanks. I'm so happy to have you in the Maximizer family. And I will see you all the next time I go live. Bye.